In this video, we will add a ChatGPT-style web interface to our local AI model, that is LLaMA 3.2, with your Raspberry Pi 5. So you don't have to write queries in the terminal, and you can use this web user interface from your browser to query the AI model. In the previous video, we have installed LLaMA 3.2 on our Raspberry Pi 5 using OLLaMA. If you haven't watched it yet, then I suggest you to watch it first before proceeding to this video. Hello everyone, welcome to IoT Frontier. My name is Hariharnath. Let's get started with this tutorial. To add a ChatGPT-like web interface to our Raspberry Pi, the best tool is Open WebUI. It runs in a Docker container and connects to our local LLaMA setup. So first we need to install Docker. So here you can see this is the GitHub page, and here also you can find some of the instructions. So there are different ways. You can either use with Docker or you can use Python pip. So I'll be using Docker way. So first we need to check whether you have a Docker or not. So I have my Raspberry Pi setup and I have used Raspberry Pi Connect to open two windows. So one is for monitoring the temperature, another is for the commands. So first one is to check Docker version. So I can see Docker is not available. I can also use another command like systemctl. So here also I can see Docker is not available. So next I can use a curl command to install the Docker. So this single command downloads and installs everything automatically. You can see Docker has been installed. So you can try the commands like systemctl, it is working, and Docker version also you can see it is working. Now we need to add our user to the Docker group. So you need to just paste this command so that it will add our user to the Docker and give the necessary permission so that you don't have to use sudo for the Docker commands. So next thing is we need to download and install Open WebUI. I have pasted this Docker command. So this Docker command is important to download and run this Open WebUI. So here I'll just start it. So in the meanwhile, I will try to explain you the command. So if you see this command, this is having port 3000:8080, which means that we have to open the port 3000 to find this service. We also have a flag called add host, which tells that the web page where to find our LLaMA model. And we also have this restart always, which means the website start automatically even if the Pi reboots. So this download actually is 1 GB, so you will have to wait, and I'll fast forward this video. Now we can see the Open WebUI got downloaded. So we can directly open the IP address of Raspberry Pi with the port 3000. So first we need to understand the IP address, that is hostname capital I. So we'll get IP address of this Raspberry Pi. So what I can do is I can open any browser even in the same network. So my laptop, I can open the same browser. It will take some time, like you have to wait 2 to 5 minutes to get this page. The first it might say the page cannot be loaded, etc. But you have to wait for 5 minutes. Then this page can be seen like this for the first time. Then you can click on get started and provide all your details. So this admin account will be saved on your Pi and will not be sent to the web. Now click on OK. Here you can find any kind of model that is available or not. So first we have to check the LLaMA is running or not. So systemctl status OLLaMA, we can see the OLLaMA is already running. If you select the model, you can see no result found, which means that OLLaMA is not able to communicate with the Docker or this Open WebUI. We'll have to try another way. So first I'll try to stop the Open WebUI. So Docker stop Open WebUI. So it will stop. We can also check by refreshing this page. So this page is gone. So we'll use this Docker rm to remove this container. Now we'll try to run a command which is again similar to the previous one, but here we are using network is equal to host so that we don't have to map the ports, and we can directly run this. And in this method, you don't have to use 3000, you can use 8080 directly. It is asking to sign in. So with the previous username and password, you can sign in. And now you can see by default, it is giving you the LLaMA 3.21 billion model that we had. So you don't have to use the previous Docker run command, you have to use the latest one that I have mentioned with the network is equal to host. So now we can ask any kind of questions like what is the meaning of life? Let's see how it reacts. And in the meanwhile, I'll also show the temperature. So you can see it is giving us the response. So you can even stop from this and also use voice mode, dictate, and multiple options that you can do. Now I can also ask to create a comparison table between Apple and Microsoft on innovation. I'm also putting as keep it simple 5-pointer. So you can see it is even building this kind of table from this UI. So this UI is very useful and very interactive as well. And this is just as ChatGPT or any other AI model that we see on the web. So we can see how clean it has shown everything as it is like we are using ChatGPT or Gemini. And that's all for this video. I hope you found this video informative. If yes, please type helpful and smash that like button. In the next video, I'll show you how to install multimodal AI model on Raspberry Pi, where you can upload images and get insights from it. So please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to get the notification on the new video release. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in another interesting video.